Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to the YouTube channel, everybody. And today we're reviewing a special little short film that came out on YouTube today called The Spider Within, which basically is a short film in the animated that takes place in the Spider-Verse that is between Into and Across the Spider-Verse, where basically Miles is going through a panic attack. Right, we heard about this like about a year ago, when around the time when Across the Spider-Verse was coming out, but it never got released to the public. But we've seen little clippets here and there of what it may look like, and so honestly, I've kind of been excited for this short film ever since it was announced, and to see what it really was all about. So here are my thoughts on The Spider Within. Now, before we get into the good of this short film, I just want to say, I really don't have too many thoughts on this. And I know that's kind of weird to say, because if I'm being completely honest, when you look at the medium of lengths, you got movies, shows, and short films. Movies, all up here, because that's the main thing I do. I watch. TV shows, somewhat are good if every episode can intrigue me. But then you get, and really because of like hype every week. But then short films, it's like, I don't know. And I think, but we're on the good section right now. So on the good, the best thing about this short is the animation. I mean, honestly, since Into the Spider-Verse, I've been saying this, that really Into the Spider-Verse changed the game for animation, that it's starting to progress other animated films. They did it with DreamWorks, they did it with Paramount Animation Studios, and then they did another one with Mitchell's vs. Machines. So they're making this new style of animation. They're slowly bringing it as that new animation style, much like how Toy Story changed the game. They're literally, most of Disney's, later on, 2 decades later, Disney's movies are now like 3D animated. All of Pixar's movies are 3D animated, if you really don't count Elemental, because it looks hand-drawn. But yeah, so it's like every new decade, a new animated movie is going to come out, and it's going to change the decade. And sooner or later, I'm pretty much thinking that every next animated film in the next decade or so, the next 40 years, they're going to be Spider-Verse-fied. And we're going to have something gorgeous and beautiful. But with the animation, it's, of course, different from the Spider-Verse films, as it has, like, horror effect. As it's doing all the horror effects, you have, like, a giant spider trying to get Miles on a train, and a spider coming out of his mouth. Like, all that stuff was really unique. But even, like, the little, like, anxiety attacks, where he's like, nah, I'm bugging. And like you like the whole thing, the short enters with him like it's interesting. And even with all the parent stuff, like I feel like this is probably this is the best little snippet of Jeff that we saw of him in this short, as he did all of this stuff to spend time with his son, but he knows well to respect his feelings. But when the son needs him, well, I got you. So I thought overall that was really good. The soundtrack in here was actually pretty fire. When the song that Miles listens to in the room, or when the short ends, amazing songs. I don't even know what the names of the songs are called, but they're amazing. But yeah, that's the good on this one. Now let's move on to the bad. Move on to the bad, and I kind of feel like, once again, I don't really have many issues with this short, but like I said at the beginning of this video, short films are not necessarily my thing. And so I guess probably the big issue here is that it's a short film. Me personally, I kind of would have liked to see Miles dealing with, I personally would have liked to see Miles dealing with panic attacks in Across the Spider-Verse, not in a short film with him dealing with panic attacks. I understand Across the Spider-Verse is about, you know, him doing all of this stuff, but it would have been cool to see him dealing with panic attacks throughout, like like it's dealing with some of his real life stuff with his parents, and he somehow has panic attacks with everything that he's dealing with. I think that would have been an interesting idea to show in Across the Spider-Verse. But that's just me. I still thought it was a good short. It's definitely a lot better in some parts to like Across the Spider-Verse, but I still think Across the Spider-Verse is better. That's my thoughts on the Spider Within. Let me know your guys' thoughts. What are your thoughts on this short film down below in the comment section? Do you guys love it? Do you guys hate right between? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that said, let's get on my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.